This chapter is on Premiere Pro's audio effects. If you take a look at them in the effects panel, you'll see that they're alphabetized. They're not put into any particular groups the way video effects are. But to help you make sense of them all, I've put them into some categories. Let me run that past you. I think there are 5 categories. There are channel-oriented effects, frequency and pitch control effects, delay-oriented effects, noise removal and repair effects, and then volume and, well, gosh, miscellaneous. Maybe there are 6 different groups. The channel-oriented effects work with multi-channel clips. So there's balance, which is exactly the same as the panner, channel volume, which is the same thing as the fixed channel volume effect. Then there's fill left and fill right. This is kind of confusing. These are used on stereo clips. So with fill left, you're filling the right channel with the left channel. So in other words, the left and the right will now be equal. And with the fill right, you're filling the left channel with the right channel, if that makes sense. So you're filling with the left and filling with the right is the way I remember those guys. Swapping channels is exactly what you think. You just swap the left and the right. Frequency and pitch control. There's a bass effect and a treble effect, allowing you to control those generally wide frequency ranges. Then there's band pass, notch, high pass, and low pass. These all work similarly. Band pass, you select the frequency range and retain that, everything else goes away. Notch, you remove a range and everything else stays. High pass, you let the high frequencies pass through and you cut off the low frequencies. And low pass, you let the low frequencies pass through and cut off the high frequencies. EQ and parametric EQ allow you to increase or decrease the volume of a frequency range. EQ has 5 ranges you can choose from. Parametric EQ has 1. Phaser is just sort of a sound effect that makes some strange little, science fiction sounds. Pitch shifter allows you to change the pitch of a vocal or an instrumental. Delay-oriented effects all work similarly. With chorus, you can take one instrument or one voice and turn them into multiple instruments or multiple voices. Delay is basically echo. Flanger is similar to a phaser. It does create this kind of warbling sound effect. Multi-tap delay is multiple echoes, up to 4 different echoes going at once. And reverb tries to simulate a space, typically a large auditorium, something like that where you've got some sound bouncing off the walls to give it some depth, some richness. In my experience, the noise removal effects just don't work that well. This is probably one of those things where if you've got a lot of noise in your audio, you're probably best served to go use Adobe Audition, which really does take care of noise very well. And finally, volume and miscellaneous. There's a dynamics effect and a multi-band compressor. These things control the volume levels. Invert inverts phase. You'll never use that one probably. Mute, another effect you probably won't use. You can just turn the volume on and off. And then there's volume, which is the same as the volume fixed effect. So those are all of Premiere Pro's audio effects. I'm going to cover them in these categories in the upcoming lessons.